This is how to rewire the deepest wounds in your nervous system and reclaim your self-worth. I'm talking about advanced shame healing, y'all. Let's deep dive into the neuroscience and the spiritual alchemy of transforming shame. Shame literally lives in your vagus nerves. This is the highway between your brain and your body. When triggered, it sends a signal that you're in life-threatening danger, even if you're just remembering something embarrassing. See, your nervous system can't even tell the difference between real and just perceived threats. Spiritually, shame is a spiritual wound. It represents the idea that you're separate from divine love. See, healing shame, that ain't just a psychological process, y'all. It's a return to your spiritual truth. You're already worthy. You're already loved. You're already worth it. You inherited all of these things when you were born in your perfect design. Now, these are some advanced shame healing techniques. So get ready. The first thing you're gonna do is the shame inventory. You're gonna write down your top 5 shame moments that you can think of that makes your skin crawl even when you think of them today. And for each one, after you review your top 5, ask yourself, what advice would I give a friend if they were coming to me about this situation? And then give yourself that same compassion. The next technique is your inner child dialogue. This can require a little visualization on your part. But think of a time when you were a child that shame first started to manifest and root itself in your experience. Now, if you was that child's caretaker, what do you think that child needs to hear in that moment that shame first took place? Speak directly to that child. You are loved, you belong, you are worthy. But most importantly, you are exactly enough. And what's going to happen is your nervous system is going to start responding to this inner dialogue like its own natural medicine. The third technique is the shame interrupt. When you start spiraling in shame, interrupt that pattern by getting up off your butt and moving around. You can dance around, you can shake yourself, or you can simply breathe deeply. Shame gets stuck in the body, so you need some somatic practices to release all of that energy. The next technique up is the worth anchoring. Create a daily practice of affirming your inherited worth, not because of what you do or based on your behaviors, but because of who you really are. I am worthy of love just because of the fact that I exist. And you're gonna let that anchor down into your bones. The last technique is the shame alchemy. This is gonna teach you to transform shame into compassion. Every single time that you feel shame, ask yourself, how does this shame create an opportunity for me to feel compassionate towards others and myself? And what we just did there is we're transforming shame into empathy, which then becomes your superpower to use back on yourself. And of course, we have to start implementing now. So for the next 7 days, take one of these techniques and start practicing it daily. Track your emotional state and notice how your emotional state is evolving and changing throughout the week based on your inner dialogue. And most importantly, watch how all of your relationships, especially the one with yourself, changes when you stop wearing shame as a heavy backpack up a tall, steep cliff that you call life. You didn't come here to heal shame. You came here to remember who you were in the first place underneath all of the shame. Your shame ain't your story. It's just the prologue to your healing journey. Which one of these advanced techniques feels most healing, most resonating to you? Let your boy know something, y'all.